This week on Wrestle Wednesday, the Bullet Club and some of my favorite members.
Loading snacks.
What's good, Loading Snacks universe? Your boy Jokes here, and it's time for another edition of Wrestle Wednesday. Now, it's no secret, right now, my favorite faction in all of wrestling is the Bullet Club. I probably own 10 or 12 different Bullet Club shirts at this point. But what I wanted to do is, I wanted to take a few minutes and talk about some of my favorite members. Now, the Bullet Club has been around since 2013, so there's been a lot of members to come and go. Some stayed, but I want to go through some from the past and one from the current Bullet Club iteration. The first person I want to start with is Prince Devitt. Now, the reason why I want to start with him is because of the fact, without him, there would be no Bullet Club. Now, for those that watch wrestling right now, you're probably familiar with him, but you may know him as a different name, that being Finn Balor. Yes, Finn Balor is the guy that created the Bullet Club. So while he was in New Japan, tons of stuff that he did. He's a 3-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, and he's also a 4-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. So one thing that I really enjoyed about him was his actual character. Now, he started as one of those that was very positive. You know, he had the friendly feuds with the big superstars. But eventually it got to the point he was just like, I got to do whatever it takes to win. And thus, started the Bullet Club. From there on, it's history until he got kicked out of the Bullet Club. Next person on my list, Matunga. Now, he's one of those that was kind of there in the beginning as well too, but he is currently still with the Bullet Club. To me, he's one of those that's like the glue of the club that keeps it together. And with Tama as well too, he's also not a stranger to being a champion. 5-time IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champion, and also a 4-time Never Openweight Tag Team Champion. So, Tama's one of those that started as a singles competitor, but grew into more of a tag team type of person. And right now, the Gorillas of Destiny is probably the meanest tag team on the face of the planet right now. Holding on to both the IWGP tag titles and the Ring of Honor tag titles, these two dudes are a force to be reckoned with. But Tama is one of those that came up throughout the ranks, and I wouldn't say he was always the face, that one person that you would see out with the Bullet Club, but he always made his staple on whenever he was out there in the ring. Also, good guy to have his backup. I don't care what went down, he would be the first person to jump into the mix. And he still does that all the way through today. And he will forever be one of my favorite members of the Bullet Club. I feel like he's going to be one of those that's going to be with the Bullet Club all the way to the end. I don't want it to end, but all great things sometimes must come to an end. But we're not going to think that way. Next person on my list, Carl Anderson. Now, to me, he's one of those that doesn't get as much shine as he should. He was another one that was there during the beginning phases of the Bullet Club. After Finn Balor got kicked out, he kind of assumed to be the leader of the club. He's another one that's also not a stranger to the gold. Tons of tag team championships out there. He's tried to go for a lot of singles titles, but came up a little bit short. But he always would take on the highest caliber wrestlers. So, Hiroshi Tanahashi, he took on Shinsuke Nakamura, He took on Kazuchika Okada. He took on all these big names in New Japan. It just got to the point where once he got with Gallows, they just ran with everything in the tag team division. And of course, they're another group that's now moved over to the WWE. I hope before their careers are done, I want to see the two of them go back to New Japan and create some havoc. Hopefully go back to the Bullet Club. But, you know, the club exists in the WWE, so, you know, I'm kind of hoping what's going to unfold, but who knows. But Carl Anderson, by far, is one of my favorites in the ring. Entertaining, energetic, my man's got it. And the last person on this list, there's a ton of people in the Bullet Club that I like. This list is hard to put together. But the last person, AJ Styles. Now, AJ Styles was someone that I was a fan of before the Bullet Club. His early days in TNA, especially in the X division, absolutely had me on the edge of my seat. When he eventually showed up in New Japan, ironically, it was at the same time Carl Anderson actually left. He was that leader at the time, but AJ came in and took over. What was different about AJ is when I would see him, he was always the good guy. But coming into the Bullet Club, he was immediately the bad guy. This was the group that no one in New Japan liked. They always wanted to beat up everybody. It didn't matter if you were a good person, if you were a bad person, face, heel, whatever you want to call it. The Bullet Club was all over. AJ, of course, won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship twice in his time in New Japan. AJ is probably one of the most skilled professional wrestlers there is on the face of the planet right now. And I just absolutely love what he brought to the table with the Bullet Club. Sadly, the trend continued and he also got kicked out of the Bullet Club. I mean, he kind of did go to WWE, so. But those are just a few of the superstars that are some of my favorites that are in the Bullet Club. Now, there's a ton more that I could go through and give you a little bit of information on, but I just don't have a lot of time right now. But what I need you guys to do, drop down in the comments. Who are some of your favorite members of the Bullet Club? Past, present, let me know. Let's have a discussion. But until then, this has been Jokes, and I'll catch you later. What's good, Loading Snacks Universe? Did you think that was too sweet? Well, do me a favor. Like, share, and subscribe on whatever platform you're watching us on. And also, jump on over to patreon.com/loading snacks, where you can support us in everything we do and pick the tier of your choice. Much appreciated.